All right, y'all. Come on. This is North Abuse No More with your host, Dr. and Evangelist K.L. Rich, helping you to admit what you feel in order to heal from the effects of narcissistic abuse. How y'all doing today on this Thursday? This is August the 22nd of 2024. I pray that you have had a blessed, stress-free, narcissistic-free week. And if you have not, we're going to be talking about some things today. Again, this is Dr. K.L. Rich with Narc Abuse No More, where we're here to help you admit what you feel in order to heal from the effects of narcissistic abuse, because your feelings do matter. All right, what are we talking about today? We are talking about some traits that you need to look for in a partner. I'm talking about those who are planning on getting married. So whether you're looking for women, your husband, or men, your wife, what are some traits that you need to be looking for in that person? So we're going to be going over that today in 15 minutes or less, and let us begin. Okay, so what is it that you should be looking for in a person? Because a lot of times people wind up with the wrong individual because they did not really know what to look for in a person. Now, you got to look past the outward part, okay? They might be fine as wine. However, they may be ugly on the inside, all right? And so you need to know, hey, am I getting good quality, or am I getting something that I'm going to be crying about, regretting later on? And you want to make those decisions before you get involved and get in too deep with that person, because you want to guard your heart. The Bible talks about guarding your heart. Guard your heart. Don't give your heart to everybody. Don't give your body to everybody, okay? So there's some things that you need to look for. Now, we oftentimes when we were young, many of us were young and dumb. Let me talk about myself. I was young and dumb, and there are some things that I know now that I would not have done then if I knew then what I know now. But hindsight is, yeah, you can see a lot at hindsight. But we're gonna let you know what to look for. So number one of the things that is so important to look for in a relationship is emotional maturity. Emotional maturity. Now, everyone has flaws. Everyone has baggage. There's no one that's perfect. However, you need to know that people are emotionally mature. And let me just say this, age doesn't always equate to maturity. However, let me make sure that I be clear about something. Is if you are 50 years old messing around with someone 15, do not use that as an excuse to be a pedophile. All right. So we want to make sure that I'm talking about legal adults. Okay. Legal adults. And I know some people, they're 18. If you're 50 years old, 30, messing around with an 18-year-old, no, ma'am. No, sir. No, no, no. I'm talking about 21 and over. For me, the legal part is, I know what the law says, 18, but I'm talking about 21 and over. 21 and over, okay? So that's why I'm standing with that. 21 and older, because when you 18, you still got milk behind your ears. 21 and older, okay? That's still young, but it's legal. You're grown and all those things. Now, emotional maturity. That means that you're not ruled by your emotions. You're not flying off at the handle. You're able to act accordingly. Okay, so you want someone that's emotionally mature. You don't want anyone that's acting like a narcissist. When they don't get their way, then they're like a 2-year-old in an adult body. You need someone that's emotionally mature. Number two, Someone that's open about and what I'm talking about for is communication. They are open about things. They're able to talk about things. They're not hiding things. They're not hiding their feelings. They're not hiding things that should be told to you as an individual within that relationship. So they are open with you. They're talking to you. You're not trying to pull everything out of them. Communication is important in a relationship. And if you don't have communication, you don't have that much of a relationship. So open communication is very important. Honesty. Number three, honesty. It is important to have honesty in a relationship. And if you don't have honesty in a relationship, then you will not have any type of relationship for long. That means if you go into the relationship lying about who you are, what you are, and all those things, then you will definitely not have much of a relationship. If they start lying to you from the beginning, you can guarantee they're going to lie to you all throughout that relationship. So you want someone that's going to be honest. Number four, respectful. If a person doesn't respect you, they can't love you. Okay, so you need someone that's respectful of you. That means they're not calling you out your name. They're not calling you bees and all this kind of thing. Okay, you want women, you should respect the men. Men, you should respect the women. It goes both ways. Respect needs to go both ways. That means that if I respect you, I'm not going to be putting you down. I'm not going to be talking at you. I'm going to talk to you. We're going to communicate. I'm not going to do things that I know that will bring you honor and shame. All right. So we're going to be respectful of one another. Let me move on to something else that's important for people to have in a relationship. If you're looking for this spouse, the Bible says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing, and so therefore that means that if you find the right person who is for you, I'm talking about in the godly sense. All right, and let me just say this first and foremost for those of us who are Christians. You need someone that loves God more than they love you. I'm not talking about a good church attender. I'm talking about someone that actually has a good relationship with God. Because if they have a good relationship with God, then they will know how to have a good relationship with you. All right. Because they're going to seek God first. They're going to have God at the center of everything and their being. So you want to have a good relationship with God, and then they will know how to have a good relationship with you. So that's first and foremost. Another thing that is important with for us being in a relationship is making sure that the person is not argumentative, not combative, not abusive. There are various forms of abuse, and a lot of times people do not understand that in a relationship, abuse is not just physical. Although we know that is a part of abuse. But the thing is that abuse is also emotionally abusive, financially abusive. You have those that are sexually abusive, those that are even spiritually abusive. So you definitely want to make sure that when you are saying, I want to have a spouse, I want to have a husband, I want to have a wife, make sure that this person is not abusive. Another thing that's important is what is their relationship with their family? Do they treat their family right? If you're saying, okay, I'm going to marry this man and he has children, or is he taking care of his kids? If they're under the age of 18, is he taking care of his kids? Is he taking care of them financially? Is he caring for them emotionally? Is he being involved in their lives? Because the thing is that if you are thinking that, oh, well, he gonna take care of the children we have together or the children that I have, but he's not taking care of his own, then that's saying a lot about that particular person. So how do they treat those that are already in their family? If he doesn't talk to his mother right or his sister right, then he's not going to talk to you right. Ladies, if she's every man is a dog in her mind view, then guess what? You're gonna be that too. Okay, so how are they with the people of the opposite sex that are in their lives at that very moment? Another thing is important is, does this person have ambition? Is this person goal orientated? Do they talk about it, but then they don't do anything? If they're just a bunch of talk, but they don't actually go follow through, then that is something that you definitely want to consider if you are thinking about even being in a relationship with this person. Let me go a little further. Do this person have good work ethic? Okay, or are they lazy? Does this person, for men, do they know how to cut grass? Do they know how to change or use a tool? Do they know how to do things around the house? The thing is, there's no excuse for a man not knowing how to do something around the house. Because guess what? You got YouTube videos. Okay, you got books, library, whatever. Yeah. Do they even own some tools? Do they keep the house clean? You know if their grass is maintained? Do they keep a house clean? Men, you need to know. Hey, be able to do those things. Women, okay. Does she know how to cook? Does she know how to sew? Does she know how to not just get her nails and her hair done? What is she able to contribute to the relationship? Okay. Does he have a salary? What does she do? Does she have any education? Whatever it is, and I'm not saying everyone has to have a college degree, but the thing is, are they an entrepreneur? What do they do that they bring to the table? These are just some of the things, and I'm just at the tip of the iceberg. These are some of the things that you need to look for in a person that you may be thinking of getting hooked up with. Okay, because after the attraction dies down, after the butterflies get out of your stomach, okay, after all that dies down, then what are you left with? And see, many people, oh, they had a nice car. Oh, they had a nice house. Oh, she had a nice body. Oh, this or that. And they're looking at the outward things, the material things, but what is actually inward on that individual? The Bible says, God told the prophet Samuel that man looks at the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart. What type of person are you seeking to hook up with? This is Dr. K.L. Rich with Narc Abuse No More, helping you to admit what you feel in order to heal from the effects of narcissistic abuse. Until next time.